Billy Davis has just been hired by the Philadelphia Eagles to be their defensive coordinator under Chip Kelly. Davis has been a linebackers coach at Cleveland for the last couple of years. Their defense has performed very well. The Browns' big problem was on offense. If you remember when the Eagles played Cleveland last year, their offense was stymied, and a really good sign was that they got Michael Vick and even LaShawn McCoy to turn over the ball a lot. That's what we want. We want more possessions for this supposed high-powered offense of Chip Kelly. So you're going to want turnovers, and Cleveland did a good job. They hung in with teams like Dallas, Washington, and the like. I thought they were a little bit better than their record, and bringing this linebackers coach might help Eagles fans who have always thought that the Eagles didn't value the position as much. As far as his relationship with the Eagles players, he has a history with Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. Davis, of course, he was part of the coaching staff on the Cardinals, and we all know that Rodgers-Cromartie didn't give it his all this year. I think that was a domino effect brought on by Nnamdi Asomugha. Now, why not just cut Nnamdi Asomugha? He's, in my opinion, the bigger problem, because the salary cap implications would hamstring the Eagles for years if they were to get rid of that contract right now. However, I think Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie showed little flashes, and if he could play 16 games a year, 4 quarters a game, at a heavy pace, I think that maybe Billy Davis is the guy to do that. Another reason I think they went with Davis is they're looking for coaches who have something to prove. If you just bring in an established NFL good old boy, you're going to get someone who has at least feels some sense of job security. Even Chip Kelly, everybody questions the hire. They wonder, can this college coach succeed on the NFL level like a lot of college coaches have failed? However, Davis was probably not the Eagles' first choice, but they were clearly zoning in on 3-4 defensive coordinators. Why not hire Spagnolo, who had taken the Giants and won a Super Bowl after being a good coach for the Eagles? He was the head coach of New Orleans. The defensive coordinator in New Orleans before being the head coach of the Rams. Well, Spagnolo runs a 4-3. I'm hearing a lot of people talk about how the Eagles' personnel doesn't fit a 4-3 defense. They don't really have a true nose tackle, but that's why you have the draft and free agency. Once you have the coaches in place and the scheme, you can get the players, or you could just adjust for a couple of years and maybe run a little bit of 4-3 with that 3-4. I really feel that they're going to adapt and do what's necessary to win. So Billy Davis, who had success with the Cardinals on their coaching staff, was a good linebackers coach, is now the Eagles defensive coordinator. Grantham, everybody suspected, the guy from Georgia, is going to interview with New Orleans today. And in other Eagles news, I've heard that the coach, Chip Kelly, hasn't spoken to Nick Foles yet, and he's spoken multiple times to Michael Vick. I really feel that's just because they're sure that Nick Foles is going to be on the team, and they're not sure what they want to do with Vick. And it's been reported that his former Oregon quarterback, Dixon, from their practice squad, has been in talks with the Eagles, but the Eagles can't sign him until a week passes, because right now only the Ravens can re-sign him. However, he looks to be more a backup for the Eagles. If he did start, it would be more in a Doug Peterson, bring on a rookie draft pick kind of way, like you saw with Donovan McNabb. So there you go, Billy Davis, the new defensive coordinator of the Philadelphia Eagles.